Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Here we go. The long go. The long go.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Moore, the man in motion. To throw, it's Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Now they'll audible to something else. Looking to throw is Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Swift going to try up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cole Kmet, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon. Santos with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Gets this out wide to Pickens. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
Now that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. You look at this Bears defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not bad.
I don't think he's going to do that, though. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Called out a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On play action, here's Williams. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Williams looking to do it himself. He's going to look deep for more. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Chicago. 58 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field.
That is intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to be incomplete. The Cowboys at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
On the left side, catch by White. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. one out wide, complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it'll be 4th down.
Yeah! Here we go!
Prescott yet again. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's got a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough one for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going. That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Williams. It's caught inside the 25. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, 58 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now Prescott. Pressure, and he's taken down. Bears sack. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. That is caught. Touchdown, Chicago. Luther Burden, 53 yards. And the Bears have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Santos with the extra point. And that makes the score 21-0. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fights through, and now a crease. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him to just shy of the midfield stripe.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes that overused that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be a possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On first down, it's Blue. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here with White. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now 2nd and 3.
Yeah! Here we go!
Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's White. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Rashad White, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together...
Williams loses the football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. To throw, Williams. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Moore, the man in motion. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
That's good for the Bears. First down. 2 yards on the play. First down, Chicago.
To the air, Williams. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe-Awuzie with a pick. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Kevontae Turpin, 52 yards. And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team. As he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there had to change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Here's Williams. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got this complete to Burden. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll go. Here's Williams. He'll try to do it himself. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Williams. Open man down the field. That's Bowman. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
First down. A gain of 27 on the play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Williams. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Yeah, really, I should probably sign a head, boy, because I got all the heads, boy. All that drink, you got to chill. I be on my little mouse.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And the defense closes quickly there. They get maybe a yard to the 33.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain block. Pierce has it knocked loose. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Prescott to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
47. 47.
To throw is Prescott. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
We're going to 54 right here. Yeah! 26.
Now back to the ground game with White. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Yeah! Here we go. Line in. Here we go, 47. 26.
Here's Prescott. Drops it to Blue, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
46.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Throw left side. Hold in by Pickens. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
White not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. George Pickens from 6 yards away. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied at 21.
Jody Sly set to kick off.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
Well, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Second down and 3. Looking to throw is Williams. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Swift. And he's going to ball his way forward to the 48. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's third and a few inches.
What is that?
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a first down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
What is up?
Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
They start the drive with a give to Blue. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
Prescott. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Hey, kill. Sweat. Hey. Hey, kill.
Throwing. Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out in the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 47. 46.
To the air again, Prescott. Look at the big fella go. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have broken our tie and have taken a fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Bears 21.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Give him 30 yards there.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Williams looking to do it himself. Throw right side, taken in by Adunze. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Williams will get this out right into Odunze. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A gain of 4 yards. Let's go for the Bears. First down.
Throwing again here, Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Connect. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
To throw, it's Williams. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Throwing is Williams. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You
don't deserve anything for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
To throw, Williams. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Savon Rebel. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now Dak, he's going to mix it up. Throwing here, Prescott. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, 46. Hey, 47. Here we go, 46. 46.
Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This is 1st and 10.
Take it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, and that's That's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Jody Sly set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Interception. Williams. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he will go down. The Cowboys sack. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Here's Williams. Gets this to Moore. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
16 brings up 4th down.
They'll go. Here's Williams. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Bears 28-yard line.
Prescott here to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed it in